The dream is seductive. Financial freedom. Escape the 9 to 5. Make money while you sleep. Build wealth through stocks, crypto, or real estate. You scroll through TikTok or YouTube and see teenagers bragging about 1,000% returns, creators claiming to earn 6 figures a month in passive income. And in that moment, your rent late, your card declined at the grocery store, your phone buzzing with payment reminders, you think, why not me? You open Robinhood or Binance, you throw $50 into a trending coin or a penny stock. Maybe you even get lucky for a second, but then it crashes. You pull out. You're worse off than before. And here's the truth no one wants to admit. If you're broke, you're not investing. You're gambling. Because investing only works when you have something to invest from. If your financial life is a crumbling house, adding solar panels on the roof won't fix the foundation. So before you even think about investing, you need to fix what's broken underneath. You're drowning, not just in bills or expenses, but in pressure, in instability, in emotional weight that compounds like unpaid interest. And here's what broke people do, unknowingly. They try to build a financial empire from inside a leaking lifeboat. Every emergency, a medical bill, car repair, lost job, turns into a crisis. Every attempt to invest gets interrupted by the simple reality. You need that money now. This is not a wealth-building strategy. This is financial survival with a side of wishful thinking. Investing with no cushion is like running a marathon with no shoes. It doesn't make you brave. It makes you vulnerable. So what should you do first? You build what I call the survival stack. It's not flashy, it won't earn you likes, but it's how real financial stability begins. Layer 1, emergency cash. Not $20 in your wallet, not Bitcoin, not an app. Real cash or accessible savings. 3 months of core living expenses. Rent, food, medicine, gas. No investing until this exists. Layer 2, kill bad debt. Credit cards with 20% interest? They're not tools, they're anchors. List your debts, snowball or avalanche them, and attack them like they're stealing your future, because they are. Layer 3, income clarity. Know exactly how much comes in, where it goes, and what your actual obligations are. Most people think they're broke because of what they earn. In reality, it's because of what they ignore. Layer 4, side income weapon. If your job barely covers survival, build a second stream. Freelance, sell digital products, drive Uber, deliver food, monetize your skills. Stack up a freedom fund, money dedicated not just to expenses, but to get you out of the grind. Once your survival stack is in place, the chaos quiets. You're no longer one surprise away from disaster. Only then can you think long-term. Being broke doesn't always look like homelessness or bankruptcy. Sometimes it's $100,000 in income and $102,000 in expenses. It's the coffee subscription, the 5 streaming services, the rideshare habit, the late-night Uber Eats. No single expense is killing you, but together they bleed you dry. It's death by 1,000 drips. And until you plug those leaks, no amount of investing advice matters. You want a real return on investment? Cancel what you don't use. Cook your meals. Track every dollar. The ROI on financial discipline? Infinite. Money is emotional, but saving is behavioral. If you don't automate it, you won't do it. Set rules that remove the guesswork. Save 10% of every paycheck automatically. Move money to a separate savings account the day you're paid. Give your savings a purpose, a name. Emergency fund hits different than generic bank account. Turn saving into a ritual, not a reaction. Here's a painful truth. Being broke isn't always about money. Sometimes it's about identity. You see yourself as the spender, the struggler, the unlucky one. Maybe you inherited that mindset. Maybe you grew up watching people survive, never thrive. So now, even when you make more, you still self-sabotage. You still chase the dopamine hit of a new gadget, a fast payout, a quick win. But wealth doesn't come from luck. It comes from a shift in how you see yourself. You are not a spender trying to invest. You are an investor who hasn't activated yet. Think like someone who owns assets, not things, who builds income, not appearances. It doesn't matter if you start with $5 or $500. The mindset comes first. So when should you invest? When you're not afraid. When losing $100 in the market doesn't mean eating ramen all week. When your rent is paid, your debts are under control, and your emergency fund sleeps peacefully in a bank. That's the green zone. That's when you invest. You don't chase fads. You don't YOLO into coins. You build a boring, beautiful portfolio. Index funds, ETFs, dividend stocks, real estate, REITs. Dollar cost averaging. You play long, you play safe, you play smart. And the best part? Because you're no longer broke, you can afford to leave your investments alone and let them grow. Here's what they won't tell you on Instagram. The real flex isn't investing early. It's investing forever. The goal isn't a lucky 10x return. It's being in the game long enough to let compounding do the heavy lifting. And to do that, you need a fireproof foundation. No debt dragging you down. No emergencies wiping you out. No spending habits silently robbing your future. That's how real wealth is built. So if you're broke right now, don't be ashamed. Don't fake it. Don't hide it. Fix it. Start with clarity. Add discipline. Build security. Then invest. Not to get rich quick, but to stay wealthy for life. If this hits home, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, investing isn't a shortcut. It's the reward for building your life right.